Tweek Talks episode 21. Smash is dead as of right now. Like,
yeah, cat, dog, and mango on the thumbnail.
yeah, move over, Mario. It's time for SpongeBob.
I like that's gonna be in the intro somehow. I'm gonna be on Twitter.
Crunches on it, dude. To me, like, there's nothing like Melee. Like, there's no success story. Anytime, like, a fighting game comes out, the next one just kind of supersedes it. Like, it's over. You know what I mean? Like, you move on to the next one, which is what we do, which is great. I love having a new game, new content, new mechanics, new stuff to grind. I think it's super fun.
I feel like Ultimate's truly gonna begin, like, when it's actually finished. And we're almost there, and like Charles said, it's, like, so different. It's, like, gonna be hard to even compare, like, sets from day one to like year 2, and it's not even because of player skill. It just all the characters are different. Who is everyone maining in the Nickelodeon fighting game?
I feel like Cat Dog's gonna have the tech. I think you got to be ready with that character, so that seems fun. It's confirmed here that Zim is the Lucas of this game, right? Like, that's just the truth. That's who he's gonna be then. If you're picking him right off the rip, it's got to be what it is.
Well, damn, because that's my main.
Not only do you have to win neutral 3 times and get 3 edge guards, you have 2 neutral interactions where you are fucking invincible.
On FD! On FD!
On FD!
The game was on FD.
Bro, you can run and just mash at this guy, and he has to do a defensive option, or he has to put himself on the ledge, or he has to go for like a double jump air dodge. You literally get like 2 free shots of they cannot hurt you. Okay, so I guess we can tell the chat like the 3 main. Obviously, if we have time, we're gonna be doing about an hour today. But if we have time, we'll answer questions in chat like usual. But the 3 main topics are gonna be the GOAT, Mango winning Summit. Then we got the Nickelodeon's game, and then getting JV4 as a general topic, and that's because Goblin got JV4'd by Fatality, but he won this. So those are like our 3 main talking points, and then after that, we'll dabble with the chat.
We got Bam here too. What up, Bam?
And of course, if you haven't noticed, we have a guest appearance. The man himself.
Here, I'm alive and well.
Special appearance, Bam and SoCal.
Yep.
Bam usually resides in the northern of the Californias.
True.
All right, first off, how are you doing, Charles and Bam? Let's start off with you guys.
I'm excited, dude. Another week, another podcast, and another Monday means another MSM.
Oh, yeah. Are you going?
Yes, sir.
Are you like obligated to go because you're like the commentator, like the commentator?
They got Alpha Rat. It's over.
Yeah, it's over, dude. Camels.
Damn it.
I think I don't know if Alfred's gonna go there.
H-Box is gonna be there.
Today?
Oh yeah.
What the? Oh yeah, because he's at Summit. Yeah.
He talked to me. He's like, yeah. He's like, what time should I go there? So he's gonna be there.
Okay. Damn, we got.
He's on the
dude,
grind.
MSM dude. Is like a crazy event now. Like just.
It's like the Laker game.
Yes. Yeah, dude, MSM. Like,
he's pop in.
It's true though. I'm so happy that feels. We talked about that a bit last week, but I'm so happy that feels back for MSM. Man. I love watching MSM. Every time I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed early. Then I'm like, oh, who's there? Elegant's there this week. I gotta watch. How's Elegant gonna do? I gotta watch, obviously.
Yeah.
I can turn my volume down.
Okay, chat's helping us out. Thanks, chat.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to bounce the audio with the Yeti and having 2 people.
It's B. I just call it B chat. My bad, B. You're not chat. You're in chat though. Cool.
Wait, what?
Now he's just gone.
Hello?
Heard that.
Welcome back.
Okay,
welcome back. We good? We need an audio technine.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Facts.
We just need. That's it. We gotta outsource this job.
I'll pay you. I will pay you.
Put up.
I was saying, I was thinking today, I don't know, just like long term. It'd be so hyped to do. We already talked about this too, but like, we can hear you.
Okay,
cool.
Am I still
doing an episode just all 4 of us together? First off, the number one thing is obviously us all being together is pretty cool, but the number one thing is the audio wouldn't be fucked. Like, it would just be good. It would be the number one. We don't have to worry about levels or anything. It would just be solid.
Shout outs to be in the chat.
True.
But so how are you guys doing?
Az, how you doing?
I'm good, guys. I'm good. Had a great weekend, man. I watched so much Melee. I love watching Melee. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think it's the best, honestly. It's my favorite esport to spectate easily. Like I love Ultimate in a different way, but I've watched Melee for I don't even know how many years. I can't believe it's still going the way it is, but it's just incredible. That was some of the best Melee I've ever watched. So I had a great weekend just chilling watching Melee.
Yeah, B and I were watching it, and I feel like we got more invested the farther it went. And like by the time grand finals rolled around, we were like just like invested. Like it's like I'm thinking like, when did this happen? When was I like freaking out after every hit? Like how did it get to this point?
I think that's such a draw of the game is like every hit could just be death. Like bad DI on one thing is like, oh, you're just dead. Oh, that's it. Oh, one bad neutral interaction, that's a stock. Like it's so high stakes, it's crazy, and they're so good at it. They're just so the game is like, it's amazing.
Bro, what was throwing me for a loop is I was watching it, and like I feel like the game's gotten even faster than the game already was. I was like, bro, how are they making these decisions that fast? What was even crazier was the DI is just it's gone. They're teleporting.
Yeah, they're literally teleporting.
I'm like, they're up here, they're just goosh. I'm like, wait, when did you get down here? And they're able to like tech, like I remember Mango's on a platform, or I think it was Mango's on a platform, and he got like back aired by Hungry Box and like tech down on the platform
like three times
in a row.
And
I was like, bro,
that was
what?
Crazy. Yeah, I was like, I'm not dying today, bro. Like,
I got a job to do.
Dude, it was so like literally every interaction. I was like, yo, they are gaming. Like that joint was hype. It was such a good watch. And then like it was nice watching like the other Ultimate events like Hit Point, the really big Texas Regional Odyssey, that Encore Monthly that Quid won over Light and Leon. And of course the Georgia tournament. I mean, it's been a good weekend for Smash for sure.
I was saying off stream, it feels like Smash is officially back like as of last night. It's pretty crazy.
We're back.
Yeah, Genesis 8 got announced. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a lot of things to look forward to coming up. Like everyone's gonna be at that you can't like that's like Smash Evo, like you can't miss it at this point. You see Genesis, it's like, all right, how we getting there? Like let's start thinking about like future plans for traveling and hotel and stuff.
Start planning now, because you don't want to feel like a dummy on Genesis weekend or even the month before and be like, shit, I should have planned for this, because then it's too late. It's already done. Like if you haven't registered this week, forget about it. Don't even try. It's over.
In San Jose, can we talk the venue?
San Jose, man.
San Jose, that's hype. It's been in Oakland for 4 years.
Yeah,
it's in San Jose.
I didn't even piece
that.
Yeah,
we're going back to old school, man.
Yeah, it's like somewhere else.
Genesis 3.
I already booked my hotel and registered, and I didn't know where it was. All right, that's cool. It's good to know. All right, yep, cool.
So Marcus, how are you doing though? How's the content grind and all that?
It's been cool. I'm mad tired all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time, because I don't have an editor and stuff. So I'm usually up until like anywhere between 6 and 8 in the morning, just like working, and then I wake up for like at 12 for life. Because I have a wife and I like do laundry and stuff and clean around the house and I cook. So I just be like, oh snap, it's lifetime. Like, all right, let's get to life. And then on Tuesdays and Fridays, I'm like, yo, I am so tired. I don't really want to go to Xanadu, but I'm not monetized yet. So I'm like, all right, I gotta go to Xanadu. Like, I gotta get some sort of income throughout the week. So let's go to Xanadu. Hope I win. Then I get second or something. And I'm like, I don't even want to go to Xanadu. And then I'm tight because I lost. And it's like this, and then after Xanadu, I'm like thinking about like how I lost. Like, dang, bro, this is tough. And I get home like, all right, time to make this video. Brutal. So it's been cool though. I really enjoy it. This isn't gonna be forever, so I just try to look at it that way. Like, all right, let's just get off the ground and then hopefully I have some time. Yeah, life's been good.
All right, well, today we have a guest. As you can see, we have Bam with us. So I guess I should throw some questions at Bam specifically. How are you doing?
I've been good, man. Been really good. Pretty much I've been, working on content with Charles, obviously, and then pretty much doing stuff for work, now things are opening up, so I'm trying to see what I can do more for like just esports stuff in general in the Northwest, and like trying to help on the national side. So obviously was down here for Summit because I was able to help us get that like last second. So I'm super glad that we were able to get Summit.
Red Bull, baby.
Yeah, Red Bull, man, making it happen, dude. So yeah, it's good, man. I'm ready to get back into it. Like for Smash, just get back into it and play. The game's so fun. Like, it's been sick just playing people offline. So like, I don't know. I'm just really I'm excited for Ultimate Summit. I feel like people are a little worried about it after you're not going to beat the Mango storyline, but dude, I think it's going to be godlike. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, I think you don't have to beat it.
Yeah,
right.
And that's another thing. You don't have to beat it. Everyone keeps talking as if if it's not Mango storyline, then it's like just a waste of time or something. Like it's not going to be.
I mean, there's
a story that's that
20 years long. Yeah,
right.
We don't have that time.
But
we barely have 2 years.
Yeah, but there are a lot of good storylines, like the whole who's gonna come out number one after quarantine. Leo's gonna be there. Gavin's gonna be there, and most people are looking at them like, oh, they're probably the 2 best in the world. And then Zachary's probably gonna get invited. So then we got a Japanese representative. Gluto might get invited. We have a European representative. So we have representatives from a bunch of different countries. And then, people are like, well, where does Mars stand, for example, who was looking really, really strong right before quarantine. And there's a lot of good storylines. If certain people get voted in, let's say Spargo's not invited, but Spargo gets voted in, they're looking at Spargo yo, this kid's the up and coming. People are saying next top 10 player. How's he gonna do? So I think there's a lot of good storylines behind it. You just gotta look at it a little differently.
Yeah,
I think that's the key word is always with Melee compared to honestly anything, just because you guys said, to me, there's nothing like Melee. There's no success story. Anytime a fighting game comes out, the next one just kind of supersedes it. It's over. You know what I mean? You move on to the next one, which is what we do, which is great. I love having a new game, new content, new mechanics, new stuff to grind. I think it's super fun. But Melee is it's timeless. It's just going to be around for as long as I could see, or for pretty much forever, just the way it was built and the way it is. And like Bam said, the storylines, Mango's been a top player in that game decades at this point. Is that the timeline we're at? He started playing when he was 15. He's got to be 30 something now. 15 years, the same guy's been crushing the game. HBox came back. They have so many good storylines. But for us, like you guys said, it's not necessarily better or worse. It's just different. We just have different things to look forward to. And coming out of quarantine, there's so many players I'm so excited to watch. And the campaigning is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be insane. It's going to be absolutely nuts. Like you guys said, different, not a comparison, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Spargo and Dark Wizzy already qualified. True.
Does that carry forward? That's crazy.
Nice.
That's so long ago. That's good though.
Yeah, I don't even know what
Dark Wizzy qualified, and I think that Australia maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they're saying, chat saying Spargo qualified online.
He's so good.
I hope we get international talent. If this is the opener of because I think that's the big story to push for the first big Ultimate event coming back, right? It's because so far right now offline's coming back and you're seeing all these regions, right? And it's oh man, this person leveled up, this person leveled up, this person leveled up, this person stayed on top, this person leveled up, but we're seeing it all within a specific region, right? And it's I really want to see even all the US regions kind of collide, and then even just the international, right? Japan has technically been offline longer than us.
Yeah.
Do they have the edge? We don't know, right? We just have to pit the players up against each other and see
see what's happening.
Yeah.
Take them out of their silos.
It's two things, right? Because one is Melee Summit definitely did that. They had all the flags behind them. Remember that the Sweden flag, Japan, US, like everything, so they're definitely going to be big on pushing that, I think. And then also, I think coming off of Smash World Tour too, that's exactly what we learned. Is our world got bigger from that event. We learned how strong all these other regions could be from regions that we didn't get as much exposure to. I saw someone post a list of all the strongest players in Mexico again, and it's dude, we're still undervaluing that. Somehow we're still undervaluing them as a region. They're insane, dude. They're insane. Yeah, not us, not they as in us. They as in the general people who watch Ultimate. You know what I mean? Or we. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and not to mention how many characters, right? We are now going to be offline with a ton of DLC that are all viable. They're all good characters in a game with a ton of good characters. It's going to be insane. Some people are going to get ran up on, dude. Straight up. They're not going to know what's happening, and they're just going to get bodied.
Off season's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole other game. Let's go, Tiny. Tiny gets some here. But yeah, it's a whole other game too. It really does feel like 2.0 or like the second version of Ultimate. It's like it's kind of the same game. Like sometimes I'll be watching like Paulo and Roy, right? And I'm like watching. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is like some standard stuff. And then like you see some of the newer meta stuff, right? Like Gavin's Diddy Kong and Pyramith or any of the DLC. Even some of the like Falco got a lot of buzz. Falcon, right? Like the game has changed a ton to the point where just like comparatively to pre-Wi-Fi, it does feel like a whole entire just different game. So I like there's a bunch of combinations of stuff that I feel like will be very exciting for the Ultimate Summit.
For
Yeah, my mindset ever since like the fighter passes were announced and all that was like, I feel like Ultimate's truly gonna begin like when it's actually finished, and we're almost there. And like Charles said, it's like so different. It's like gonna be hard to even compare like sets from day one to like year two, and it's not even because of player skill. It just all the characters are different. Whether it's a new character or a buffed character or a nerfed one. And like it's interesting because we just went so long without offline tournaments that the tame patches kind of just added up to be something bigger. Individually, the patches didn't really do anything, but it's been so long that they added up to the game to the point where the game's actually super different. It's really crazy.
Yeah, and I think it was a combination, especially looking way back in the early days. It's like we didn't even know how to play in the engine. We were essentially playing Smash 4 in Ultimate. You know what I mean? So we had to learn characters, mechanics, matchups, everything all at once. And now that like the dust is kind of settling, and like you said, Gavin, once we reach a point where we're done getting changes in characters, I like the way you put it. That's when the game really starts, right? That's it. Like it's time to go. Like you got to be as ready as possible for that moment, and then you build from there. I like that.
Yeah, even the online, like going into Summit 11 for Melee, right? It's like it was. I'm pretty sure the seeds were like Zane, Mango were top 2 seeds. Obviously, Mango did go into losers earlier, but like I feel like because I watch Melee regularly, so it's like you kind of have like a general gist of where the players stand, who's the underdog, who's not, right? Just because their online is not perfect, but it's like pretty damn good, right?
Yeah.
Rollback, obviously, and all that other stuff. So it's like you have like a pretty accurate description of like what the current meta is and like the player levels are and stuff like that, right? Obviously, anything can still happen the day of, but yeah, with Ultimate, it's like you have literally no idea. Like the online is so trash that it's like, dang, like you can't travel even like West Coast, East Coast. You can't even like play on Wi-Fi and be like, yeah, this is legit. Like I'm gonna money match you thousands of dollars. Like no, that would never. No one would do that. Like and like the game on Wi-Fi compared to like offline play, like it's very different. Yeah. You know, like how you like play, right? Like things you can get away with on Wi-Fi, things you can get away with offline, right? Like it is a different game. So it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. It's like there's so many unknowns. I think that's the thing that makes it exciting.
And even to drive that point further, like even in Melee Summit, like HBox, because of how stuff was happening in net play, everyone's just like, dude, this guy shouldn't even be there. Like go, like good luck, go campaign. Yeah, and he bodied people. Like so, if there's a difference there, imagine the difference for us where we don't have rollback. Like we have like the worst netcode possible,
right?
And you have all these characters. You just take all that stuff and it just compounds on itself, and it's insane.
I love that HBox did well because there was like this kind of everyone's like, oh, everyone was saying that Wi-Fi warriors are going to do poorly offline or are dumb, right? Like that was a storyline, right? And so obviously when we came back, that's what happened. Like people who did well on Wi-Fi are doing really well. But then it's like if you take a really, really good player and just because they're not doing well on Wi-Fi, they could do really well at LAN events again. And I think HBox proved that in Melee, which I really like to see because I was like, oh, for Ultimate, that opens things back up. There are a lot of players who didn't play a lot of Wi-Fi events. And let's see it. Like Leo, a lot of people are they were talking shit about Leo a little bit. You know what I mean? He doesn't play online a lot. Mars doesn't play online a lot. He's into brackets. You think those guys are washed? Hell no, dude. I can't wait for them to come back. No way, man. There's just no way. We'll see what happens, though. I love that HBox kind of broke that open.
It was crazy seeing HBox play, and I remember the commentators were saying this too. As it went on, it's like he was like getting back into form, and you were seeing it like stock to stock. And
real time, man.
That was terrifying. That was terrifying.
Yeah.
To get third when he's like kind of getting back into form that day.
That's crazy.
It was really, really cool. And I loved the way the commentators were like mentioning it. And yeah, I definitely agree with Haz. I feel like a lot of people are like on one side or the other. They're like, oh, Wi-Fi Warriors will do terrible, or like Wi-Fi Warriors are the complete future. Like they're the best. Like I feel like no one is, or there's not a lot of reasonable people considering that's probably just going to be like a combination of both. Like, you know, the top player who didn't play too much online is probably going to get back into form. You know, some of the Wi-Fi Warriors are going to be like, you know, really high up there on the rankings. It's just going to be like a combination. And something I always said is, even if there was no Wi-Fi era, no quarantine, like the game still would be different as of right now. Like the rankings are always going to change. Like Ultimate's only been around for so long. Like every year the rankings are going to be significantly different because, you know, like Haz was saying, we still have to settle and everything. Like it's pretty chaotic in the first few years of a competitive game, I feel like.
Definitely, yeah, man. It's so, like you said, like last night was like, all right, we're really back. Like there could have been a bigger "we're back" statement than Mango's Game 10 against Zane for what I think it was like a 20K plus money match essentially.
Yeah,
dude. That was the biggest pot of any Smash tournament in the history of Smash tournaments. That was like, what was it, like 140K or something like that?
Like the biggest.
Ain't growing still. It's still open.
Significant amount.
Yeah, and the pot could get bigger. That was just from the buy-ins, but like throughout the weekend, you can purchase stuff or whatever, and it goes into the pot too. So like 140K plus, right? So it's like that's wild, and like it's so. I've been watching Melee for so long, ever since I was literally like a child or middle schooler. I've been watching Melee, and it's so cool to just see the meta like continue to evolve. Like I feel like what was super hype about watching this summit was like offensively everyone was really good, right? Like and you could see the pressure too. Like I feel like adding in a little bit of sloppiness makes it a little hype, right? Like when Mango misses the up throw up, you're like even Mango's getting nervous, like this is crazy, right? Or like Zane dropping a chain grab. Like you add in a few of like here and there, and like sloppy Melee can be very like it makes it more tense and like it gets 100%. You more invested because you're seeing the human side of it, right? And then seeing the defense, like I think one time it was like something, and then Mango up smashed Zane on the ground, and he literally like teched on the ground. Like he got up smashed and he SDI and then teched on the ground, as I think is what's happening. I'm not super expert for Melee, but like seeing that stuff is crazy. Or like every time Zane gets like F smashed or down smashed by the edge, like SDIs in and techs on the stage and stuff like that. It like the defense was crazy. Like Mango actually recovering versus Zane was wild, like always forcing like the high Firefox and like some way somehow bringing out like the best angle and still getting on stage. Like
it's so sick, dude.
That it like Haz said, it's a timeless game. No matter what, like you can just like you're always chasing perfection, but it's impossible. No one will play perfect Melee, but like you're always chasing it, right? Like you're getting closer, and it's just cool. It's cool to watch. It's so sick.
I saw this one moment where Mango did like a falling second hit of up air, and it like knocked Zane down, so he landed. And for some reason, Mango was ready for it, and he immediately started like a shine. And I was just like,
"Oh yeah, that was sick." Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad someone like remembers the exact moment I was talking about. I was like, I was done. Like I was out of my chair. I was like, "What is happening?"
It's wild.
All right, this is the most important question I'm gonna ask all day. So, who is everyone maining in the Nickelodeon fighting game?
It's funny.
I'm starting with Charles.
We go from Melee. It's like timeless. You know, it's been around for 30 years. It's like one of the best games ever. Now, all right.
Let's get to business. Right. This is serious.
Let's stop goofing around.
Joke's over.
All right,
no jokes. Nigel Thornberry. I'm in there, dude. I'm in.
So I mean, especially after seeing Mango just fuck people up with Fox, like, you know, I like spaces. I'm about all the spaces, so I'm definitely gonna have to day one main Sandy Cheeks, dude. The only spacey in that game, I got a player.
Is there a monkey for Tweek to play?
No, but I know who I'm playing. I'll save it for last.
All right, Bam. Who you looking at, Bam?
Day one main.
Dude, honestly, day one main's probably gonna be Korra.
Because we're assuming Aang and Korra are both gonna be.
No, Korra's in there. She's on the
cover
box art.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'm playing Korra, 100%. Or again, if Hey Arnold, Gerald from Hey Arnold's in
Gerald
there.
from Hey Arnold. Okay.
That's free. The GOAT.
Are you
That's a good one.
actually maining Nigel Thornberry, Has?
I'm thinking about it, bro. I think it'd be so funny. Dude, there's like an era where his face was in all the memes, and I thought that was really funny, so I would enjoy that. I feel like Cat Dog's gonna have the tech. I think you got to be ready with that character, so that seems fun. Honestly, Helga, I think Helga's hype too. And
Why did they show off Arnold? What's
I
going
know
on?
it's interesting. For
Helga
sure.
looked like she was camping. I was like, uh-oh.
Oh yeah, he's definitely camping, bro.
Hold on.
That's my Belmont right there. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Helga. The Ninja Turtles seem lame. I love the Ninja Turtles so much, but to me they're not like Nicktoons, so I don't want to play them in this game. I seriously think it's Nigel, dude. That's who I'm playing. That's my heart says. I gotta do it.
Marcus, let me hear it.
Y'all know I've been playing forever, right? So I go into a game and I'm looking at a character. Okay. I'm looking at Zim. Now, if Zim is straight garbage, I'm picking up some top tier. Like, I'm just gonna be real.
Right,
and I think it's gonna be Danny Phantom. Like, I think that character's gonna be broken. I'm pretty sure. Like, you can't design Danny Phantom to be bad. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
I think it's confirmed here that Zim is the Lucas of this game, right? Like, that's just the truth. That's who he's gonna be then. If you're picking him right off the rip, it's got to be what it is.
Well, damn, because that's my main. That's literally who I'm playing.
Yo,
Bro, Zim looks so like Zim. I don't have the thing in my room, but I have like Invader Zim hoodies and stuff. He's such a cool character.
It looks like it
He was a
reminds
huge
me
selling
of
point,
like
for sure.
I saw like a little Mecha Koopa action. He looks like his run is like he looks like he's like on some mech stuff. Like I don't know. That looks like my kind of character.
All right, and PinkFresh is now at Korra main as well. So there you go.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, you never know. To start out, I've played like 13 characters in all.
True.
What if I'm going to play everyone?
I mean, the roster's not like Ultimate. See, that's the thing. It's not, or at least like now, right? Like
it's not 80, but
yeah. And then all the Zim mains, they're definitely dropping Zim for Gur when Gur comes out as DLC, like free, right? Like, I think I would definitely if Gur gets into the game, which like there's no way he doesn't, right? Like absolutely has to get into
Nickelodeon DLC. What a funny statement.
Right, like Gur is going to be in the game. There's no way Gur's not in the game.
I think Gur is like in Zim's moveset.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He might be like a Tom. He's like Toad. You know what? He's like Peach's Toad.
No, you can't do it. Oh, no,
he might be like a Luma type thing, like a puppet.
Yeah, people
character.
were saying it was a puppet character. That's what people were saying.
If
I'm down for that.
Then I wouldn't.
I'm super down.
I can't wait. Dude, we have to have a stream where we all play together. It'd be super fun.
Facts.
Imagine Tweek and the Buzz like maining the same character. If like Zim like puppeteers Gur. Or
He's like, whoa, calm down there.
Damn.
What was I gonna say? The thing I wrote that Marcus made fun of me for too was, I think like it's interesting whenever these new platform fighters come around, because I think one thing that's so important. I'll keep it short here, Marcus, without boring you too much. But
yeah,
I think one thing
it was definitely a YouTube comment. Here we go.
Bro, do you see?
Can
y'all see how long it is?
Yeah, put the timer on. Go ahead. I think one of the key successes to Smash is how not just accessible and easy it is to pick up and play the game, but I truly think like single player and multiplayer, like for fun, casual content is super important to the game. So I think like games, like I think Rivals is great. And what was the other one too? Slap City. Like I think those are great. But unless you do something like Smash has a lot of dedicated time into single player, multiplayer, and honestly, like the animations and stuff have always been top of the line forever. So I think if a game like this really actually wants to succeed and compete with Smash, they need to put a lot of dev time into single player content, thoughtful single player content, and fun multiplayer content. Like I think, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think all of us probably played multiplayer with items on crazy stages to start Smash. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I think that's a really, really important to the part of the Smash experience. And I think other games need to not just try to replicate the competitive stuff with it, and also look towards doing that single player stuff. It's really important, honestly, to fighting games succeeding at a casual level, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're almost like skipping a step, right? Like,
Yep.
it's like, I feel like a lot of people, they look at the Smash tournament and they look at the numbers, right? And they're like, oh my goodness, this is crazy, right? Like, on screen, like, that's what we need to replicate. It's like, no, well, this is that big and people are so connected. Obviously, the IP is broken, but like, it's like the casual side, like Kaz says, it's such a important ingredient to the success. And and like, even for me, when I first looked at it, I'm like, okay, like, do they have items? Like, some of the there was clearly like casual looking stages, which I think is good. And there were like 4 players were like playing at the same time, which is also good. So hopefully they have like an item system or like a really good story mode or something. I think there's a lot of potential. But yeah, I 100% agree with Haz. Like, I really hope they hit it out of the park and they really put a lot of time, like dev time, into the casual side of it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to, though, like already, and just kind of what you're hearing from what are they called again? Ludosity, those devs, right? So that's a good thing. I mean, right off the bat, if you're talking about single player content and like, you know, having the game be sustainable, I mean, netcode, like this game has rollback, bro. Like that's already like a huge dub off rip. So yeah, and you can see like they have stages that are competitive, and then they also have stages that are clearly made with a casual mindset. So it really looks like they're doing what needs to be done. So I'm really excited for this game.
It'd be so cool if they had a co-op mode where like it's adventure mode or something like that, but it's co-op through rollback. I really want to see them utilize the rollback part and combine it with casual play, right? Because whenever you think like rollback, wave landing, movement, you're just like, that's the automatic competitor thinking in your brain, right? Like, oh yes, I can grind, But I hope they utilize some of that stuff and they kind of intertwine it with the casual play, right? So it's also being utilized like the single player mode's really good. Plus, I can play with any of my friends, like 2 to 4 players, like go through the campaign together, like, you know what I mean? Like something along those lines that sounds super sick.
It's funny you say that because we always think of, like you said, rollback netcode. That's a fighting game thing. That's a 1v1, like, you know, perfect netcode thing. But good internet connection on any game is, no matter how casual or serious it is super important to people. Like, I don't want to play a game if it lags online. That's a good point. It actually really can help out the casual scene too. Yeah. Interesting.
Facts. Nobody would play Mario Kart if you were teleporting. You'd be like, bro, what? I'm frozen. What place am I in? What's happening? Like,
yeah, no one would play Smash if the netcode was. I guess the game just is that good.
It's a good game.
That's just like, it's always the exception of the rule. Like, it just doesn't matter.
You got the greatest IPs in the world. Like, it's just hard to beat.
Yeah.
The game is so damn good, right? Like Smash, like that's what carries them so hard. It's like, well, this IP in this game is just like so good and so well made. Like, the netcode can be whatever. Like,
he was showing me like these images of like the characters' movesets, and they have like really like in-depth references to like the shows and like the other games they've been in.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There's so much potential. They're like
the Ninja Turtles, they had like references to their like old games, like the side scrollers or whatever that were really popular.
Oh, those I remember those.
Yeah,
like called them old games. I know
called them old
to play them
all
when
of
they
us
came out.
The rest of us are like, old. What?
Old? Hold on. What do you mean old?
I think it was like playable on like a calculator or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, that just sounds cool, and I feel like my gut tells me we have Ludosity, or I think that's what they're called, to thank for that. Like adding like that, like those like sprinkles of depth to their moveset and everything. But either way, that's just really cool. Like SpongeBob has like an imagination move, and like that sounds like fun. Like I think people are definitely reaching a bit much when they're saying like this game is gonna kill Smash for a little bit.
Well, that's just clickbait.
They definitely don't believe that either.
That will also be the title of this video for sure.
Yeah,
that'll also be the title of the thumbnail.
Smash is dead. Tweek Talks episode 21. Smash is dead as of right now. Like,
yeah, I think. Yeah, cat, dog, and mango on the thumbnail.
Yeah, move over, Mario. It's time for SpongeBob.
I like that's gonna be in the intro somehow. I'll be on Twitter.
Crunches on it, dude.
Bro, I love that song. I don't know what it is.
It is
every time. I'm like, bro, what is this? I hope they got some like good item play. I think like that's what really like drew me in as a kid is I would be like playing and then like a Pokeball would spawn and I would be like, yo, what's coming out of this? Like, and I just get super extra hype. Like, or I could like shoot like the blaster gun and I'd be like, ha ha ha, like you can't do anything about this because you know we're just having fun. And I don't know, beam swords, all those like mines, and you're like trying to avoid all of it, and it's like really chaotic, and you're like, yo, this is such a blast that I'm having with my friends. I did see a lot of people talking about like the way that the game looks, like the character art style. A lot of people aren't fans of it, so it may like deter a few people because Smash like has always had like really good character design and character models, like in comparison to other platform fighters at least. The only one that's like had really good like animations and stuff like that was like PlayStation All Stars or something. That was like a really good looking game. But I'm hoping that like the way like the claymation type thing won't detract too much from people wanting to try out the game.
Yeah.
It definitely looks
like
like the easiest way to go to create a game like that from like scratch. Like it's definitely not the most polished thing ever, but I think it's the easy option. So I can see people like not preferring it, but like honestly, like what do you expect from a Nickelodeon fighting game?
True. It might actually be like even like more accurate to Nickelodeon because they can make it look so silly and like more fun than like Smash, which has to be like
there's
more,
a very high standard.
very controlled.
Yeah, it's a very high standard at this point for Smash. Where like Nickelodeon is just like a fun idea.
Yeah.
They got to start somewhere, and I think both of you have like combined, like separately, but also combined really good points about how like Tweek was talking about how they are having really in-depth, references to like niche episodes and stuff like that of SpongeBob or whatever, but also talking about how things need to look good and play and be fun. Like it's like a combination of, I think if they make the game with like love and effort, and then you can make characters just as fun as you want and then patch them for competitive after the fact, but the focus should be making them fun first and then fixing the competitive stuff after the fact. Like I think that's how Smash was made. Like he wasn't like, oh, if Mario's Fireball comes out 2 frames earlier, he didn't think any stuff. He's like, Mario's Fireball, that's fun, it's iconic, let's go with it, and like that's it. And I think they should do the same, and it sounds like they are. I mean, the studio's been successful in our realm before, so see what they could do.
Someone in chat said
how they sound, right? Like how it feels to hit something. Like when I hit a Fox up smash, it feels good to like hit someone with that move, right? Like these are all things that like if you're looking at the game through a competitive view, you don't think of as often, right? But like in terms of game design, it's very, very important that the character like feels fun. Like all the hits are very like satisfying to hit. They feel good to hit. They sound good to hit, right? Like all that kind of stuff is so important, and like honestly it's what Smash does so well, right? Like whenever you just play any Smash game for the most part, especially like the newer ones or like the current one or whatnot, like they nail that. That's the thing they nail.
Yeah, someone in the chat was saying no one is gonna main Reptar ? Funny.
Hold on.
Funny that you asked that. That is who B is going to play.
Oh.
She said she said she's playing Reptar, so catch B and I doing Zim versus Reptar when it comes out.
I thought Reptar. I thought he might be the lifestyle. Is what I thought you were gonna say.
I can see it. I can see it. I'll try it out.
Reptar and Patrick lifestyle.
Yeah, it might be
Patrick.
My Patrick is so nasty. I
What?
know it is.
Game's not even out yet. I believe it.
So, I know there's been some Ultimate tournaments. You mentioned Quid's run at a monthly, I think, Marcus.
He beat Light, right?
Yeah.
Yep, he'd be like
Double eliminated Light.
I don't know who put Light in the losers, but I do know he beat Leon. Leon may have put Light in the losers.
Dang.
Let me check.
Attorney sounding kind of stacked.
Yeah, Quid beat Leon and Light.
I haven't kept up with the Ultimate tournaments, but it seems like Marcus did, so we could talk about some of that stuff. I'm down.
Okay, can we start with that hit point joint that I can't say his name. Atatta won.
Okay, yeah, you said it right.
It's like Rattata, the Pokemon with an R. Atatta.
Yeah.
Atatta, yeah.
I actually have a crazy story because I do know about this tournament for a specific reason. So
Okay, double eliminated Light. Yes.
Okay, so Atatta won over like Ned, right? I think Atatta got at least one W on Ned that day, right?
Right.
So I did a Metafy lesson with Atatta a few weeks ago, and Atatta wanted to do VOD review. One of the main VOD review was with Ned. So we did VOD review, we talked about a bunch of stuff, and yesterday or the day before, I think that's when this tournament was, I get a message from Atatta on Discord saying, like, yo, I just beat Ned Sephiroth for the first time, like, your advice, like, helped a lot, like, more than I thought it would, and I was just like, damn, I'm extremely proud right now, but at the same time, like, damn, like, I play Sephiroth, so, like, shit.
You warm someone up right before. Hey, can you warm me up? You play the next guy.
Yeah,
you play the same character as the guy that I play, and then you do it. It's like, oh, that feels good because I gave him good enough practice, like where it helped him win. But now it feels bad because I just betrayed someone else who also plays my character.
Yeah,
and then obviously the next level is, oh shit, am I gonna lose to this guy too? Like, what's gonna happen? It's like favorite levels. It's like, oh shit.
So that was just cool to like.
That's a whole plug.
Yeah. Hit me up on Metafy if you want
to. Metafy in the chat if you guys want to. If you want to win. If you want to win. Exclamation mark Metafy. And if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the YouTube description. Thank you very much.
But there's two main parts of the tournament I really want to talk about, at least on my end. And one is that Ness won again. Okay? Because Sind won a week before at a pretty big regional and ran through losers, beat a lot of good players, and it's like, yo, is Ness kind of like that? And I was saying this before, like a few episodes ago, I think one of the episodes were like talking about Wi-Fi or something, or like meta development, and I was like, I'm telling you, Ness is a different character than Ness was before Wi-Fi. During Wi-Fi, they were like, yo, this is my time. My character is broken on Wi-Fi, and I get to shine. Like, I'm not going to get to run into these characters that are super precise with their spacing that they normally are offline. So the meta for the character developed a ton. And now we're just seeing it offline. Like, they're literally killing you. They land like a PK fire like 10. And you're like, all right, bro, let me start thinking about my next stock. Because at this point, they have the setups for like, okay, well, yes, they SDI'd out this way. This is my follow-up. Like, and okay, they tacked after I did the Nair out of the BK Fire, but I do one down tilt, and then I get this follow-up. Like, they've labbed all of that out during quarantine. So it's really cool to see that, like, Ness is, like, winning regional events offline.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I do remember you specifically making Ness, like, you were mentioning Ness, and chat, everyone applaud Marcus. He was right about Ness.
Oh, Smash World Tour. That was the episode.
I feel like most long time Smash players, like, they're never a Ness believer, because at Ness's core, he is always, you know, we know what Ness's issues are, but in Ultimate, it definitely seems like, you know, he has a little bit of extra spice to help him out.
I keep telling the cat to play Ness, dude. Well, it's like the blame, like, you can't just be like, oh, just gimp him. Like, he
not in this game. No,
dude, his directional air dodge is literally Mario up B. Like, this Ness is out here recovering. Like, it's like he's still weak off stage, but like, and trust me, I'm one of the biggest Ness haters ever, but I'm still glad that in terms of game design wise, they are rounding out a lot of these characters, right? Like in Smash 4, Ness was like, I have these really stupid moves, but you get me off stage, I'm free, right? And like, I don't like that lopsided of a character design. I'm not a fan of it kind of deal. But like now, Ness is more well-rounded because he's like stronger off stage. And then for some reason they made his punish game when it's like
insane.
Like me and Bad actually did a Twitter tech roundup on like Ness has an infinite on a good chunk of the cast. Like he can literally side magnet you and then like footstool you, side switch, and then side magnet you to the other side. It's set knockback. You can do both hits. Like this character's punish game, especially throughout quarantine, has extremely leveled up, and they're not even infiniting yet. They can do more. There's the ceiling's higher. Like this ain't even it. We're not at the ceiling. They can just infinite you from zero, and they can side switch it, and then like do whatever. This character's punish game is crazy. I'm not trying to say like this character's top 5 or anything. Obviously there's like not the consistent, like there's issues consistent wise, right? Yeah. Like even though your recovery is not like super dog shit, it's still not like amazing, right? Like slower double jump and stuff like that. But yeah, this this character has a ton of room to, like succeed in the meta.
Yep.
I think it's kind of again like a combination of what all you guys are saying is I feel like Ness has always had he's always been like a fan favorite. Like everyone, like there's a lot of people who really want to main Ness when a new game comes out, right? But then what happens is they get thrown off stage and they die at 30, like 1,000 times. Then they're like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore. That never really started happening in Ultimate. You know what I mean? Like you could just keep recovering, especially with the directional air dodge, like you said, Charles, and with the recovery in general just being easier in Ultimate. No ledge hogging, all that stuff just gone. I think Ness's names, they were like, we'll make it work. And now it's pushed even further in the direction of the side magnet too, I think was such a big change as well in terms of his movement, punish game, all that stuff. So then they were like, not only am I not dying as early as I was before, but my punish game is crazy and fun to do as well. This is a mashy environment that my character thrives in. I think it's a green light from here. I don't know. I still think he's good, but I still think, like you guys said, he still has his clear weaknesses. But he's still, like you said, I think it's a good call out, Marcus, that he's still doing really well.
To Atatta, dude, that was super cool to see. It's cool to see like the stuff happen after the Metafy lessons and seeing the improvements in real time. Like, I guess that's the job. It's honestly like really cool to see.
It's a good feeling, Gavin.
It is a really good feeling, yeah.
Also, like one big change that like kind of buffed Ness, and it's like really crazy to even think about, but there's only one air dodge now, and PK Thunder is so stupid. It is so hard to land against it. Yeah. And like people now, the mix up before in like other games, like you tried to hit them with like the PK rocket or whatever, where you hit yourself with it. Now it's like, all right, do I just keep taking the PK Thunder, or do I like risk the air dodge setup that he may just have ready and I die at like 30? Because that's how like a lot of like stocks get taken as Ness. They just like hit you with something like a triple up air or something, and you're just tired of getting hit. You're like, bro, I'm over it. Stop hitting me. I'm air dodging. You just PK Thunder, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
So it's cool that the air dodge change. It's just a lot of like core game design changes that help the character out a lot.
You can't just can't go and take the PKT2 at high at any percent and just like tech and live, right? Like that was like a very common, like you do this versus Ness, like you can hit them out of like before, but if you're too late, just go down there, take the hit, tech, you can be at 200% and you'll be fine. But them adding the untechable thing also, like there was a lot of base game mechanics that helped Ness a lot. Plus they like just buffed him too, right?
I think in general they were trying to remove that stuff like, oh, to take out your character, I'm just going to jump in the way of your recovery and then you're dead. Like they tried to get rid of it for Falcon and Ganon too. I think that's just a thing they don't want anymore. So yeah, absolutely. I think you guys are spot on right here for sure.
Also, Skittles is crazy. Like I'll be watching a tournament and I'll just like message like, yo, Skittles is like the clutchest player I've ever seen. It's like incredible watching Skittles like be down 3 stock. Dude, he reversed 3 stock Ned twice in the same set. Like he'll just be down and he's like, whatever, like I'm chilling. And then he'll reverse 3 stock you. Like there's like no nerve. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if he doesn't get nervous or what. But like he reversed 3 stock. Ness, Atatta, I'm sorry, Ned a bunch, Atatta a bunch. In the tournament a week ago, he would be down 3 stocks to 1. He just win. I'm like, what? Who is this? Is this just like? Do you have like slow start? Are you Reggie Gigas? Like you just have slow start and like you're like, all right, well I'm online now. Like or like I don't get it, but it's crazy. I love watching that dude play.
Oh yeah, for sure. And even, like I just feel like man, like Tri-State in general, like the whole East Coast, like South, East, and Northeast, man, like just have been leveling up super hard. And even just like, Brawl, early Smash 4, like Tri-State was just insane, right? Like it was the place to be. It was like all like so many top players. And I feel like it's low key like from the start of Ultimate, people didn't know or didn't like it's kind of hard to feel out. But now it's like very, very clear that like it's in terms of like strongest region, it's definitely Tri-State. I mean, you can argue it's like I know Tri-State, or you can argue like Florida too, right? Or some of the Southeast regions. So yeah, it's really cool to see the rise of East Coast like really come back.
Yeah, I don't know how to do regions because that's weird. Like I think an interesting thing would be strongest state, like individual state. But like region's weird because Tri-State kind of cheats because they just like
True.
sometimes it feels like they just be taking players. They'd be like, I mean, Mars is kind of close, and you're like, bro, no, it's not. Like,
Take it for the argument, just for the argument.
Light goes to a lot of New York events. Like, I'm like, what? Like,
Well,
no,
weird
you can't do that.
Smash New England and or Smash Tri-State and regular Tri-State aren't the same thing. Like Smash Tri-State is New Jersey, New York, Philly, like not even Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Philly specifically.
Like it's not, it's also them. But real Tri-State is New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. But then Connecticut is, in real life, Connecticut's both. It's New England and Tri-State. But the thing is, in Smash, it's kind of just not for some reason. And then I don't. And then how did Pennsylvania get? I don't know, dude. I think it's like old lines. Like we need to just fix it. Honestly, I think it's so dumb. Every time it happens, I think this is the dumbest thing. I'm like, why are we not just aligned with what happens in real life? I think it's because back in the day, Philly used to go to all the New York stuff.
Right.
That's it. Like I think that's it. Honestly.
Well, and Jersey and Philly is so close for a lot of people from Jersey too. Like for me, I'm really close to Philly. Like if I was talking to someone that had like no idea, like someone that maybe isn't from the U.S. or something, I would just tell them I'm from Philly at this point. Like because like that's the closest stuff to me.
I see.
So
Fair
I don't know.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, we should at least. So we got to end soon, but we'll get to the last topic, the JV4. All right.
Okay.
So could I get some context?
I didn't think it was real. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, so if you were on Twitter at all this weekend, you saw rumblings of a JV4, and this has been great Ultimate to watch. Obviously, a lot of us watched a lot of Melee this weekend, but I watched the Gabe and Gob show. Epic Gabriel and Goblin from Florida have been traveling to Georgia, traveling around Florida. Like, just they've been, I feel like every weekend or every week I see them at a different weekly, but it feels like they've been in Georgia, which is great because I think there's such a fun state to watch too. Yeah. So many incredible players, like 8 or 9 really, really, really good players from Georgia for sure. So Gabe and Gob go there, which I also think is interesting because Goblin plays Roy, and Georgia is like 2 of the best Roys in the country, if not the world, there as well. So Goblin goes there, and it's like, wow, that's a real challenge for him for sure. And I was saying to you guys, I don't know if they have a Rob really, which I think would be weird, but that's
they don't.
Just 1,000 Sonics and Roys, yeah, and a Falcon, obviously. So what happened is, Goblin got JV forward by Fatality. Game 2 when he was up with game 1. So now here's kind of what we're talking about before. But it makes sense is what I was saying because Fatality might be one of the best people in the world at that matchup, straight up. And I don't remember if Goblin has a lot of Falcon experience. He does just because he played Smash 4, but at the same time, obviously it's different. And Fatality is always different anyway. But it's Roy who could die at 0 pretty easily if he gets chucked off stage. And Fatality and Falcon, deadly combination off stage. And pretty much just what happened is you got like 3 perfect Falcon stocks in a row and then it ended. So we were kind of going back and forth, and it's like, all right, but Goblin won the set. Like that's an important thing to throw in here too. Goblin won game 3. So I was like, I would do
it was
that.
best of 3.
Yeah, I think, or maybe best of 5, or was it best?
It was best of 3. Yeah,
won the set.
It was weird. Losing semis was best of 3.
What a wild set. Win game 1, get JV forward game 2, and you have to like Mr. Krabs meme, and then you
get it together.
And then you just win anyway. Like, what is going on? That is very strange to me. Like all
kind of the question we had too was like, which is more impressive, JV4ing someone of Goblin's kind of skill and winning a game in a fashion of not getting touched at all, or bouncing back from that and being able to take game 3. I was in Goblin camp, honestly. That's where I was. I was like, dude,
facts.
I don't know if I could do that, man. The mentality, like, you got to go in someone, like I said, someone who knows the matchup so well that he can beat you, a PGR player, without getting hit. You know what I mean? Which is insane. You got to get back in the ring against him, and you got to win, and he did it. I think a W is a W, man. I don't care. The wise words, Fast and the Furious, Dom Toretto. I don't care if you win by an inch or a mile. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter, dude. It's wisdom right there. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Goblin moved on in bracket. Everyone will talk about the JV4. Who cares? If he lost, yeah, that's really bad. But he won, so whatever, man.
Oh, he won. He won game 3, and as soon as he won, he got up and he just started yelling, "Still won the set, though." That joke was so funny. But he's right. Like, all right, cool. Like, things like that happen. And I think it's interesting that people saw it on stream, so they thought it was like such a big deal. Not that I'm getting JV for it, but like it may happen to you. Like if you play friendlies off stream a lot, like sometimes I play with Gavin and I'm like, bro, I'm about to get JV4. Like things like that happen. It's just like to be able to bounce back from that in a tournament setting after you won game one, you're thinking all types of things like, oh snap, did he figure something out? Like, do I have like this like predictable habit? Well, how did I just get combo 3 times? Am I DIing wrong? Like you're thinking all types of things. Like, can I even win the next game? Like, and then you're like, all right, whatever. I'm still gonna cook you. Like I can't do that. If I get smoked like that in bracket, it's like Gavin said, Mr. Krabs meme. I'm just what in the world just happened? This is your set. I'll see you next tournament. Like I'll look at it later and figure out what happened. Like, but for Goblin to be able to like just all right, still won the set though.
So
I'm
impressive.
taking a dub.
Impressive from both players. Like, what?
Yeah, for sure.
How are you JV4ing anyone? Period. That's
with Falcon. You don't have like with Falcon. Like you have to get close to them.
No damage. You didn't even take bubble damage. Sometimes we count those, sometimes we don't, right? Like you take one, like 1%.
No damage.
You count those. You count those. No, you count that.
You count
damage.
Okay.
No.
So let me just I feel like a lot of people. Let me like break down how hard it is to get a JV4 in this game. Now, getting JV2'd or JV3'd in Smash 4, we played with 2 stocks. Really fucked up characters in that game.
Yeah. So before you go into the difference. I played Cloud in Smash 4, and I was a high-ranked player, but it was very possible for me to get JV3 stocked. I could.
Yep.
I have been JV3 stocked.
Yep.
So there's some context.
Yes,
I have JV3 stocked many people in Smash 4 with Bayonetta, and I have been JV3 stocked before. And in Ultimate, I have gotten 1 JV4 stock on Elite Smash. With fucking Ganondorf.
And he remembers, like the fact that he like remembers the character, like that's how special this is. Okay?
Yeah, I've only gotten 1, and I just
was that against the Dr. Mario?
I don't know. I don't remember.
See, it's not that special.
It really isn't. It really isn't that special. Man. It's not that special.
And it's funny. He never JV4'd anyone, did he?
No.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy,
nutty, bro. That's nuts.
Because Marcus is like, I can't believe it was a Falcon. He needs to get close. I'm like, that's the perfect character. Because if he gets in once, he could just throw you off stage and then kill you. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, but like, you couldn't trade with him one time? Like, that's crazy.
If I had to pick a character, like right now, like someone saying like, you got a JV4 someone right now, okay? I think, like, and I'm playing against like a casual or something, right? So it's like a little, it's possible.
Yeah.
I think I would pick PT. And I
can see PT.
Good answer.
For me, out of characters I've played, I think I'm picking PT and I'm doing the Squirtle into Ivysaur 3 times.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna try to do that to them. Kind of like what Falcon would do. Throw you off stage, kill you.
I mean, that's what happened basically, right? Like he just grabbed him and he just didn't get to play the game.
Yeah, that's what I would try to do too.
He read his recovery 3 times and didn't get hit in neutral. That's all that means. That's it. Black and white. Black and white. That's it. That's it.
All right. Stop the phone, man.
Hold up.
Stop the cat.
Not only do you have to win neutral 3 times and get 3 edge guards, you have 2 neutral interactions where you are fucking invincible. You
on FD. The game was on FD.
Bro, you can run and just mash at this guy, and he has to do a defensive option, or he has to put himself on the ledge, or he has to go for like a double jump air dodge. You literally get like 2 free shots. They cannot hurt you.
He put him on the he put himself on the ledge, then he did a nair from ledge, and it hit.
So okay,
you had 2 and then he killed him.
And then he killed him. He took his jump. That was bad.
You literally had 2 ledge traps. You know how much of an advantage like ledge trapping someone is?
He only went to the ledge once.
Okay, and then the other time he had a fucking intangible neutral exchange that he lost. Bro, I don't. Okay, it's well. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, dude. It is fucking embarrassing to get. Like if I got JV4, if I got JV4,
Still won the set though.
The controller
Won
and
the
just
set, though.
I would have been like,
That's what matters.
Still won the
You
set.
win by an inch or a mile. It doesn't matter.
I would not have played Ultimate for at least a week. At least a week.
He played.
Dude, that's fucking embarrassing.
He played 5 seconds later and fucking slapped him up, dude. 5 seconds later and fucking slapped him.
Team
Way more
Goblin.
impressive.
Team Goblin, bro.
Team Goblin.
W's.
Easy.
W's.
And that's
I give him credit for it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because
That's an amazing.
yeah, you went rock bottom, dude. Like we're doing that.
I don't have that competitive drive. Do you JV4 me on like stream? It's like, dude,
on FD.
Yeah.
on FD. Like,
you got it.
I would be like, I was like, you know what, Fatality, good shit, bro. Like, I'm out of here, bro. Like, my career's already over, but you just like ended it again. Like,
but like I said, there's so much more to it too. Like Roy, he's so easy to kind of just kill. Like you can get tossed off stage and die as Roy, and it's Fatality against Roy. Like I said, no one's going to be better at that matchup in the world. No one. It doesn't matter.
Fatality can JV3 my Roy, and I don't play Roy.
JV4.
Yes, he just did it. I guarantee you he could. Give him 10 chances, he would do it.
I will literally money match. I will literally money match Fatality. Okay, I will literally money match Fatality with my Roy.
Content.
And if he can JV3 me, he got it. Like that's how easy it is to not get JV3 in my opinion.
You mean JV4?
JV4, whatever.
Yeah.
A new guest,
Like,
Void.
Hey, it's Void, and it's the Yeti, so he can talk. But yeah, like I'm not trying to shit on Goblin. I'm just trying to say like getting JV forward it's fucked up. Like, and the fact that he bounced back, like, good stuff to him. Like, I think if you're truly a competitor, like, there's a certain breaking point where like you're getting JV, like you're on your last stock, you're getting JV'd, right? You already kind of like you're thinking of game 3, right? Like, I think if you're a true competitor, you're not thinking about like, is this embarrassing? Is this not right? Like, at this point, I'm not like a true competitor in Ultimate. Like, I'll play it, I'll whatever, right? I'm worried about other shit. But like, if you're a true competitor, while you're getting JV'd, you're kind of thinking of like, okay, what's next or whatever, blah 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 blah. It's like when someone has a stock lead and then you SD your last stock at low percent. Like, are you really heartbroken about that? Like, yes. It's hard. No, like you are already losing. Well, you are already losing. It's like the way I see it, it's like, okay, I'd rather get all my SDs and all of like your crazy dank plays all in concentrated in one game, and then I'm on the next game 3. Yeah. That's a true competitor mindset.
Nope, I'm heartbroken.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Well, and you got to imagine like
more information for the next game.
Right, but like so if you let that tilt you to the point where you lose the set, like that's not good.
No, I get heartbroken all the time.
All right, well that's not good. Like,
no, I mean it's just I lose neutron, I'm like, oh, that sucked.
Because it's like at that point you're using energy on like specific emotions that like it doesn't matter. Like you can be sad as fuck about that exchange, and you're just using energy emotionally when you could be conserving it for the next game.
It's not about what you're feeling; it's about what you do with that energy. It doesn't matter if you feel like shit. You can drive it and make yourself stronger, and it can make you accomplish your goal. That's a life thing too. It's not just a Smash thing. It's like you can feel awful, you can feel mad, you can feel sad, you can do whatever. You can feel all those emotions, but what you do with it is what matters. And you don't think Goblin was thinking that shit after he was down? He didn't hit him at all the first 2 stocks. You don't think he was like, oh fuck, I'm about to get JV4. Like, this could happen. Then he got hit. Talk about Mr. Krabs meme, dude. It's just.
I feel like he's had a complete lapse in that game. I'm just still so shocked.
I mean, like sometimes you just get jammed.
I think he was just like, whatever. Like that's what I think.
Here's my new challenge. Elite Smash. Get a JV4 with every character. How long would it take?
Bro, that's your tournament. I mean, that's your new video series. Good luck.
15 years, 20 years.
That's a good video series. I would watch that.
Not a bad video series.
Like there's no way you can avoid all my lasers. Like Fox is a very
Leffen said lasers don't count. Sorry, bro. Leffen said it. It's over.
No, ultimate lasers count. Ultimate lasers are dog shit.
What?
Okay.
You're a full screen projectile.
You're jumping and doing it. You're like,
you're like looking swag. Yeah.
You have to hit them with a real hit. That's all.
Ultimate lasers count.
100%. JV4 with Pichu. Oh god.
Wait, what?
Nair, up smash. I'm trying to think.
That doesn't count.
Hurting
yourself.
Up tilt, down tilt.
Wait, you gotta get to Pichu first. Don't worry about it.
You can use up smash. You can use back throw, down throw, up throw. up smash, up
not
tilt.
forward,
down
down
I'm
tilt.
only neutral airing and down tilting and up tilting.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. There's a handful.
You
You're
can
good.
like
Yeah, you're
grab
chilling.
air.
You can't pummel.
You down throw.
Yeah,
The down throw's the main one.
Nair and just try to get him.
Back throw.
Yeah,
Use
I'm-
Ken's back throw.
I'm like finding a little Mac and just like neutral airing.
There, yeah. See,
The muscle memory, you'll just pummel. I do all the time with him by accident. I'll grab it and just mash it. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Like,
Well,
it's just muscle memory. Like, you want to.
That's why it's gonna take 15 years to do it.
You got it. I believe in you.
All right,
If anyone gets
time to end the
JV4,
podcast. The journey
So,
starts now.
What?
Podcast episode over. I'm gonna go
journey
get a
starts
Going
now.
live.
I'm gonna go get a JV4 with every character.
there you go. There you go.
It's good content, honestly. It's funny.
Dude, Loki getting JV4 is pretty good content too.
Yeah.
Like Goblin could make a YouTube video like I got JV4, dude.
And
How I bounce back.
How I won after getting
Oh, yeah.
JV4.
Mamba mentality, baby. Like,
Come back, dude.
I was
Who
wrong,
cares?
dude. I killed this guy game too, and I made him thought he like think he was good by letting him JV4
Got
me.
him. The
Then
long
I said,
comment,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
How I beat Fatality. He really thought he gave me 4
How I casted a Genjutsu on a top player.
Got him, dude.
Crazy.
Thought he was slick, dude.
I got JV4'd and did what?
It's like,
The Armada did what? Oh man, you guys are crazy. You like if you're watching a game, you're watching basketball, your team gets blown out 120-40. You're like, the series is over. It's like, no, there's another game. The whole other game, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just gotta bounce back. That's my point.
120 to 40?
Hilarious.
Facts. The Sun's still taking it in 7.
You know what
I
was
don't know.
like low key? You know what's crazier than like that comeback getting JV4 and winning game 3? Mango winning twice on FD in the first set of Grand.
Facts.
Crazy.
I was
That
saying that
was
multiple times.
Insane. Like we want to talk about like crazy mentality for coming back. Like that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
Mango said he feels like he like Fox does well against Mars. I don't know if he particularly said on FD.
He did.
but, like,
He did.
No, I think he did.
That's like that's crazy.
Yeah, it was bad.
Okay.
Why?
Question. Last thing before we go. Fatality just posted something on Twitter. I need to know if this counts as a JV4. I'm gonna link it in the
Is it the clip? Is it from his tournament?
no.
Oh.
No, I'll link it in chat too.
All right, let's see.
Okay, I see
Do
Kazuya.
you think this counts as a JV4?
It's gonna be bubble.
Or is it just a JV3?
It wouldn't be JB anything if he took a hit. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. You can't SD. I'm sorry. You can't.
You know, no,
It's just a JB3. I'm sorry.
But it's like
If that was on the last stock, if that was on the last stock, then yeah. Wait, the Falcon Punch. If you double Falcon Punches, then you might make up for it, right?
it might make up.
Dude, he's so good, by the way. He is just so
Falcon Punch it. Yeah. Doesn't
Oh,
count.
it doesn't
He-
count?
the
This doesn't
context-
count?
Yeah, the
Okay.
context for
Alright.
anyone just listening and not being able to view the clip is so he SD'd to get an edge guard on his second stock. No way. No, that's out in my book. It's
If you did
JB3
on
though.
the last stock, fire.
Yeah.
I thought it was like bubble damage or something.
Yeah.
No.
Bubble
Yeah,
damage
no.
depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm nice,
Hey.
I'll give it to you.
All I'm saying though, Fatality's the one making content, man. Where's Goblin at?
No, he did. He streamed yesterday with that stream title that you said.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go, Goblin. Let's go, Goblin. Let's go, Goblin.
He's got a YouTube video too. Let me see that, man.
I hope so. I would watch. I think Goblin's hilarious, and he's a good player.
Make your bread, dude. By any means.
It's all about the content grind, man.
Yep.
All right.
Bro, okay. So the reason I asked is because Waddy just tweeted this counts as a JV4 in my book. I don't care. So I was just wondering, like,
Waddy's wrong.
He's just spamming. That's literally he doesn't even mean that.
I've been watching Panda YouTube information. Waddy doesn't know a single
Bro.
sound effect in this game. He doesn't know anything.
that joint
He's
was
not an
so
authority on
funny.
anything, dude. I know.
Wow.
He doesn't know anything. He really doesn't. I don't think he'd be ashamed to admit it, dude. He doesn't know. I'm like, dude, how do you not know that? Like, come on. I mean, he might JV4 me, but you know, at least I know the sound effects.
Got him, dude.
What happened to being a competitor, man?
Yeah, what happened to
Come on.
You can't be over here like, oh my god.
I
beat his
know
ass. I beat his ass. What are you talking about? I'd beat his ass in the sound effects, dude. That's what would happen. No, I'd pick box and shoot him with one laser and be like, it didn't count. That's what I would do.
Take it anymore.
All right, before we go, I just want to thank everyone, especially Bam, Very fun episode today. Honestly, these are 3 of the best commentators in the business right here. If you think about it, if you really think about it.
Think about it.
These are three of my favorite people.
Hey.
Let's get it, baby.
So thank you guys so much
Marcus?
for watching.
You hasn't.
Wait, what? You know what's funny? I was about to make a comment about the 3 being me, Charles, and Bam, and something about Haz, and then you said something. I was like, God.
Damn,
I
it got
beat you to it, dude.
I like tried to let it go, and I was like,
3 of my
not
favorite
gonna
people.
say
I was like,
anything.
Marcus? Like, is that
3 of my favorite commentators. Oh my god. Yeah, Marcus
all
plays
right.
Min Min. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I'm just.
Marcus
you
is-
sound like
Marcus
you
is like
sound
the
like
coolest-
YouTube comments and Twitch chat. Like that's crazy.
Marcus is like the coolest dude, but he plays the most toxic characters. He's that guy. I think everyone knows that guy
Dude.
who's like just
I'm super toxic with characters. I'm just good. I'm not even gonna lie.
What's crazy is I'll be sitting there and I'll be like doing like VAR review and stuff, and people will be like complaining like, "Yo, Min Min's like whatever," and they're like, "Min Min's a top tier, and this is dumb." And I'll be losing to Wolf, and I'm like, "So Wolf not?"
But Wolf's got an eye patch. To be fair,
Yeah.
It's like weird stuff like that. They'll be like, "Yo, I can't believe like Min Min. It's me losing a Joker. Yo, Min Min is so dumb."
so play your style, dude. They're cool top tiers.
so he's just popping everyone.
Yeah,
Pop, pop, pop,
You're getting hit by a down gun like off stage. Can't
Dude.
recover.
I love Wolf like more than anyone, but I also hate fighting Wolf. Like
Wolf is
Really?
irritating to
he
fight.
is.
I love
are
fighting
you-
Wolf.
Huh?
And the worst part is the Ditto's boring as fuck. So it's like I don't want to like do the Ditto. So then I have to like play my shit character
Wait.
versus Wolf.
Pause.
I
Hold
just
on,
think
time
Wolf
out,
is
pause.
extremely broken. That's all.
Wolf doesn't put you in 30, 50, 50s. He does every time he jumps.
Yeah, Wolf is so broken. It's not even fair.
Not me. I got focus, dude. He can't hit me out of the air. I love fighting
What?
Wolf. He can't break focus in the air. He can't do it. He has all single target. He has all single hits in the air. Focus is
Oh,
free.
no, but you,
Bro.
Aerial.
Anti-air.
If I land in front of him, yeah, that's no problem. I'm not gonna do that. I hate his forward tilt. Why is it 2 hits? It doesn't make any.
I would rather it be a single hit. How many people fall out of forward tilt?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yo, I love it. I love when you're like DIN and you just pop out the first.
Or like you catch someone hanging on the ledge and like you hit and then like they pop out. I'm like, dude, this game is
Up there doesn't break focus. It's not strong enough. It's not 2 hit. Is up air?
It's not-
up air
it's
isn't
not
2
2
hits.
hits.
No.
No.
All right,
You're
we're
crazy.
done. We're
Chat,
done.
you're crazy.
We're
We
done.
gotta we gotta end this show. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah,
All right,
what's
thank you
happening?
guys.
It's getting crazy.
Have a good one. Peace out. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
As